Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Alexander Isak Liverpool transfer takes fresh twist after Newcastle offer rejected. Newcastle United are eyeing a move Benjamin Sesko, who is set to replace Alexander Isak at St James Park. Liverpool's pursuit of Alexander Isak could be put on hold after Newcastle United had an offer of £70 million rejected for RB Leipzig forward Benjamin Sesko. The Magpies are eyeing a move for the 22-year-old Slovenian international after Isak made it clear last month that he wanted to leave St James Park to join Liverpool. But Newcastle's attempts to make a swift move for Sesko, who is a target for Manchester United, have fallen short after Leipzig rejected an opening offer for the forward. The Athletic reports that the Bundesliga outfit, who signed Sesko from Red Bull Salzburg in 2023, are demanding a deal that includes add-ons and a sell-on clause. At this moment in time, it is uncertain if and how Newcastle's failed bid could impact Liverpool's pursuit of Isak. The Reds had an opening offer of £110 million firmly rejected by the Magpies for the want-away forward earlier this week. But despite the suggestion that the Premier League champions won't be tabling a second bid for the 25-year-old, the Echo understands that Liverpool are taking a step back to see how events unfold between Isak and Newcastle. Over the weekend, Isak returned to the northeast after a period of individual training at his former club Real Sociedad. Speaking to the media ahead of Newcastle's pre-season friendly with Tottenham Hotspur in Seoul, South Korea, Eddie Howe said, "I really don't know what is going to happen next, but from our perspective, we still support Alex in every way, and my wish is still that we see him in a Newcastle shirt again." The forward is set to reunite with his teammates at Darsley Park next week ahead of pre-season friendlies against Espanyol and Atletico Madrid next weekend. Liverpool's summer transfer window has taken a dramatic turn as the Alexander Isak deal reportedly collapses following Newcastle's rejection. Meanwhile, the Reds are eyeing a world-class superstar to replace the striker target and are ready to disrupt Arsenal's pursuit of a game-changing signing. In other developments, Liverpool have quietly confirmed a £200,000 new signing, and one unbelievable star has agreed to leave the club this summer. Major changes are underway at Anfield. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Tottenham could replace Son Heung-min with star who rejected $117 million Liverpool transfer. Randall Kolo Muani is reportedly open to a return to the Premier League, with Tottenham keen on the PSG striker, who rejected a move to Liverpool in January 2023. Tottenham Hotspur is reportedly setting its sights on a player who nearly joined Liverpool, as Thomas Frank prepares to fill the void left by Son Heung-min. The iconic Spurs forward shocked fans with his announcement on Saturday that he has decided to depart from North London. The South Korean forward shared his plans during Spurs' pre-season tour of his homeland, leaving a significant gap in Frank's attacking lineup. Despite his disappointment at the news, the Danish manager must now swiftly shift his focus to strengthening his frontline, with Paris Saint-Germain's Randall Kolo Muani believed to be his top target. The French international piqued Spurs' interest back in January, but spent the latter half of last season on loan at Juventus, where he netted 10 goals in 22 appearances. He has attracted attention from numerous clubs in the past, including Liverpool and Manchester United, and Chelsea have also been linked with the star. In January 2023, Sky Germany reported that Kolo Muani chose not to join Jurgen Klopp at Anfield in what was rumored to be a $117 million, £88 million, deal. Instead, the striker opted to stay at Eintracht Frankfurt. Kolo Muani stated that he felt comfortable at the Bundesliga club. However, after scoring an impressive 26 goals in just 50 matches for Frankfurt, Muani was snapped up by PSG for $100 million, £76 million, in September of that year. The 26-year-old could have also found his way to the Premier League through Old Trafford. According to The Athletic, Kolo Muani and Rasmus Højlund were Manchester United's primary striker targets in 2023, though the latter's age, profile and marginally lower price tag ultimately swayed the decision. Following his snub of both Premier League heavyweights, Kolo Muani enjoyed a respectable first campaign at PSG, featuring 40 times and netting 9 goals. However, he found game time harder to come by at PSG last term, managing just 2 strikes in 10 League One outings, which led to a loan switch to Juventus. His time in Serie A proved fruitful, bagging 8 goals in 16 matches whilst providing 1 assist. Such was the quality of his displays that Juventus are keen to secure his services once more, though they face fierce rivalry from Spurs. Whilst no formal bids have been submitted as yet, both clubs are eager to finalize a deal. Should Tottenham succeed in finally bringing him to English football, the Frenchman will face the considerable challenge of replacing Son. The legendary South Korean arrived from German outfit Bayer Leverkusen in 2015 and went on to find the net 173 times across more than 450 outings for Spurs, ultimately helping them claim Europa League glory last season. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our third news is Liverpool quietly confirmed £200,000 new signing. Liverpool have confirmed the signing of striker Will Wright from Salford City, with the new arrival debuting days after his £200,000 transfer went through. A deal was agreed between Liverpool and League Two side Salford City earlier this week, allowing Wright to undergo and pass a medical. This as Anfield understands the transfer is worth upwards of £200,000 and saw the Premier League champions beat Arsenal to his signing despite the London club offering a higher transfer fee and wages. Wright was convinced to join Liverpool not only as it allowed him and his family to remain in the northwest, but also for the footballing opportunities it presented. The 17-year-old's transfer was not formally announced, which is typical of youth signings, but he went straight into Rob Page's U21s squad. That brought a first outing at the AXA training centre on Saturday, as the young Reds drew 0-0 with Hull in their latest pre-season friendly. Replacing Kyril Figueroa for the final 30 minutes, Wright joined Kyde Gordon and Trent Cone-Doherty in attack and went close to a late winner. It wasn't to be, but it will be considered a productive start for the teenager, who is being fast-tracked through the ranks despite still being eligible for the U18s. Wright is expected to be a regular starter for Page's U21s this season, and while there have been no assurances at this stage, it is likely that he will be given exposure in first-team training at some stage. That would follow a trend seen with Liverpool's more high-profile academy signings of late, with Trey Nyoni and Rio Ngumaha prime examples. Both were brought in from fellow English sides, Nyoni from Leicester and Ngumaha from Chelsea, and featured for both the U18s and U21s in their first seasons on Merseyside. But with a clear faith in their ability to step up, Liverpool also afforded chances in senior training at the AXA, and both debuted for the first team in their maiden campaign at the club. Whether Wright can emulate the pair or follow a steadier path such as with Amara Nallo, signed from West Ham at the same time as Nyoni but yet to establish himself in the senior setup despite opportunities, remains to be seen. Much will depend on how quickly he settles and how he shows himself in training and games for a new-look U21s side. But there will be no pressure on the youngster internally, as despite already making his first-team debut for Salford City, the transition to Liverpool's academy will be a step up. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our fourth news is Liverpool ready to disrupt Arsenal's pursuit of game-changing signing. Liverpool could deal Arsenal a major transfer blow if they press ahead with one bold pursuit. While the Reds' anticipated move for Alexander Isak already stings, given Arsenal's long-standing admiration for the Swedish striker, there is a deeper concern brewing at the Emirates. Unable to match Isak's price tag, Arsenal are thought to be plotting a response, a move for Eberechi. At the Emirates, the belief is clear. If Arsenal land Ease, they will boast an attack to rival Liverpool's with Isak. A move for Ease is expected, just as Liverpool edge closer to Isak. But Arsenal are struggling to close the deal. Unwilling to pay the playmaker's £68 million release clause, which expired on Friday, August 1st, the Gunners are hoping to negotiate a more modest fee with Crystal Palace. First, though, they aim to raise funds through player sales. Guéhi move could complicate I's deal. While Arsenal take their time, Liverpool have emerged as contenders for another Palace star, defender Marc Guéhi. According to the Liverpool Echo, Palace may resist letting both Guéhi and Is leave this summer. Should Guéhi leave Selhurst Park, possibly for Liverpool, before a deal for Is is finalised, Arsenal might hit a snag. The expectation is that Palace would be reluctant to let both key players go, potentially complicating any move for Is if that takes more time. Next week could define Arsenal's Is pursuit. With the new season about 2 weeks away, there is weight to this theory. The coming week, ahead of the Community Shield, could prove decisive in Arsenal's pursuit of Is. Liverpool may look to wrap up the Guéhi deal before facing Palace in the Premier League curtain raiser. Guéhi's £40 million valuation remains a sticking point, but with free agency looming next summer, Palace may be forced to compromise. Yet before that happens, Arsenal will hope to have already secured Is. As formidable as Liverpool are, it would be a bitter pill to swallow for Gunners if they not only land Isak, but also indirectly block Arteta from securing the final piece of his attacking puzzle, one that was glaringly absent in the North London Derby defeat in Hong Kong. Thoughts, Gunners? Are you confident of Is becoming a Gunner? Liverpool's summer transfer window has taken a dramatic turn as the Alexander Isak deal reportedly collapses following Newcastle's rejection. Meanwhile, the Reds are eyeing up world-class superstar to replace the striker target and are ready to disrupt Arsenal's pursuit of a game-changing signing. In other developments, Liverpool have quietly confirmed a £200,000 new signing, and one unbelievable star has agreed to leave the club this summer. Major changes are underway at Anfield. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Out fifth news is Liverpool eyeing move to sign world-class superstar as Isak deal collapses. Liverpool could turn their attention to Real Madrid star Rodrigo if they are unable to sign Alexander Isak, journalist Pete O'Rourke has claimed. The Premier League winners saw their initial £120 million plus bid for the Sweden international collapse, with Newcastle rejecting the offer and remaining adamant that Isak is not for sale. Willing to sign another forward following Luis Diaz's departure to Bayern Munich, Liverpool are now believed to be considering Rodrigo as an alternative to Isak, although Real Madrid have yet to greenlight his potential departure. Head coach Xabi Alonso is said to be keen on keeping the Brazilian for the upcoming season, despite several Premier League clubs registering their interest in recent weeks. According to O'Rourke, Liverpool have not yet stepped up their interest in Rodrigo, as they remain focused on securing a deal to bring Isak to Anfield before the transfer deadline. The only scenario in which Arne Slot's side would move for Rodrigo is if they fail in their pursuit of Isak, who remains the club's priority target ahead of the September 1st deadline. Rodrigo has been heavily linked with a Real Madrid exit in recent weeks, and his involvement in the Club World Cup has only fueled speculation over his future in the Spanish capital. The 24-year-old winger made just 3 appearances under Alonso during the tournament, registering 1 assist in 92 minutes of action. Liverpool have spent over £250 million on 6 new arrivals this summer, with Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez among their most notable additions. The Reds would need to break their transfer record once again if they hope to sign Isak, who is reportedly valued at around £150 million by Newcastle. Liverpool's summer transfer window has taken a dramatic turn as the Alexander Isak deal reportedly collapses following Newcastle's rejection. Meanwhile, the Reds are eyeing up world-class superstar to replace the striker target and are ready to disrupt Arsenal's pursuit of a game-changing signing. In other developments, Liverpool have quietly confirmed a £200,000 new signing, and one unbelievable star has agreed to leave the club this summer. Major changes are underway at Anfield. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is, unbelievable, Liverpool star agrees deal to leave the club this summer. Liverpool have made some big moves this summer under the leadership of manager Arne Slot. While players like Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Hugo Ekitike and Milos Kerkez have arrived, the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jarell Quansah, Kevin Kelleher and Luis Diaz have all left the club for a new adventure in their career. Liverpool's summer transfer business is far from over, with the Premier League champions being linked with a move for Newcastle United attacker Alexander Isak. There are still some high-profile names who are expected to leave the club this month, and striker Darwin Nunez is one of them. Liverpool are looking to replace Darwin Nunez. Having failed to impress Slot last season, the Dutch manager has made up his mind to replace the Uruguay international attacker in this transfer window. According to TBR Football, the Red Star has agreed a deal in principle to leave the Premier League giants this summer. Journalist Graham Bailey has confirmed that the Merseyside club have started talks with the Saudi Pro League for the transfer of Nunez. He said, "Liverpool have a lot going on, and sales are part of their summer as well as the major incomings. Diaz is done, but Nunez was always seen as the big sale. Liverpool respect Nunez hugely, they think he is a top talent, but it has not worked out for him and he accepts that too. He has seen Wirtz and Ekitike come in and knows they want Isak, he knows there is little future for him. Nunez knows he is highly unlikely to get his move in Europe, and that has seen him agree to a prospective move to Saudi Arabia. Saudi clubs Al Hilal and Al Ahly are interested in a move for the Liverpool attacker, and they are fighting for his signature." The attacker showed flashes of brilliance during his time at Anfield but failed to find the consistency expected from a striker leading the line for a club as big as Liverpool. That is why they are chasing Isak this summer, who has been a more consistent performer over the last few seasons. Liverpool's summer transfer window has taken a dramatic turn as the Alexander Isak deal reportedly collapses following Newcastle's rejection. Meanwhile, the Reds are eyeing a world-class superstar to replace the striker target and are ready to disrupt Arsenal's pursuit of a game-changing signing. In other developments, Liverpool have quietly confirmed a £200,000 new signing, and one unbelievable star has agreed to leave the club this summer. Major changes are underway at Anfield. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals.